Hello, amazing souls. Welcome back to another episode with me on my channel Cosmic Contracts with Princess Starlight. So, today we are going to get into a little bit of ancestral clearing. Remember, words that I'm going to say is also it's kind of a meditation of absorbing the words that can awaken or trigger your soul to find your path, and then we'll do a small clearing session. Before we get into that, we always have to remember that this kind of transmutation work has to be done in a safe, sacred, and protected energy field around you, because you're transmuting the energy, healing it, and therefore you're going to fill it with the healing energy, and you have to make sure that it's in a protected environment, right? You don't want the virus or these antibodies getting inside this energy, and then again you'll have to do the work. So we have to make sure that when we are doing this work inside the vessel is contained in a protected and a clean environment, just like we do it in the hospitals. All right, it's a spiritual surgery, and what we are going to do today is remember words, absorb what resonates with you. Visualization again is very important, knowing that putting your trust and faith completely that this is going to help you. And as you work with your ascended masters, god, goddesses, archangels, elemental beings, whoever you believe in, whatever your spiritual team is, you know that they are around and they are helping you, and believe that this is going to work. Now, I will call upon my spirit team and I will request Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is an ascended soul from planet Sirius, and he helps in karmic clearings, ancestral patterns, because remember, the family tree, the bloodline we have incarnated, these are not the only ancestors. We have been, from the time of creation till now, we have had multiple bloodlines, many family trees, many ancestors and descendants that came and went. So complete, we are going to play there, we keep playing different roles, but the important point is that the emotion, the feeling, like when you see a movie, from old till recent movies, when you see the the summary is the same, that either it was a love story, or it was a revenge story, or it was a, a story of jealousy and destruction, or taking revenge. There's so many things. So there's always love, there's always evil, the good and bad. To the bottom, it's good and bad, dark and light, right? So that emotion stays the same, but roles can change, costumes can change, places can change, the energy remains the same. And that's why we have chosen this current family that we have incarnated into. So Lord Shiva helps with transmuting of this karmic energy. He's an energy healer, and he knows how to open your energy portals, or release that energy that's lying dormant within you. It's the divine masculine, and so is her divine consort, female goddess Parvati. She helps with the divine feminine. She is an aspect of the divine mother. And I call upon Ascended Master Saint Germain. I call Ascended Master Jesus or Krishna, whichever you like to work with. Remember, Ascended Masters are here to help us, to make us understand how we are going to transmute. Just know that they are around you. I call upon Archangel Michael and Hanumanji to protect us, to seal our energy while we do this work. And remember, imagine there's a ball of light, or there is a triangle, like a pyramid, in which you are inside with all your spirit team, god, goddess, archangels. And now, as we have gone into this room, this cleansed room, protected room, we will now work with it. Now first listen to the words that have come forth, and then we will do a small healing session. Remember, most of the work has to be done by the soul itself. We are just contributors to ignite that fire. Now, I know that, so this feeling today that has come forth in my work is about the divine masculine becoming toxic from individual to national or to the planetary level. If you see, right, there are levels of karma from individual to the topmost, and if you see, there is a lot of this toxic divine feminine and a divine masculine energy. Now, why is it, getting toxic? The thing is, when the flow of love and light, the energy of love, soul is pure love, when the soul fragmented into various parts, fear, the darkness got in. And now, when you do not get the pure love, today the love is more physical, more sexualized, but nobody knows love, how it feels to be in love with the soul of somebody, and to be love with your own soul, emotionally, mentally, when there is a huge gap, vacuum of that love space. What happens is that divine masculine is shifting slowly to the feeling of restlessness. And now eh, it's also responsible to achieve things in this physical world. So they are getting restless and they want to make sure that they were able to achieve things. And when they are running in that loop, accomplishment, the feeling, that energy of accomplishing, that I was able to accomplish this, will create their value, their worth. So, in short, feeling worthlessness within themselves, that if I do not achieve so and so, I'm good for nothing. I am just worthless. So, that absence of love creates that restlessness, doubting their own values and their own worth. And now, what happens is sometimes that, when they marry their partners, that accomplishment is also marrying somebody, that should look like an accomplishment to the outer world. So what happens is divine feminine, being intuitive, they sense it, and when they sense it, it kind of becomes, they are hurt, and they do not feel loved or honored in that relationship, because the underlying feeling is that you are an accomplishment, so it is not love. And sometimes the toxicity has become really toxic, that there is abuse, even emotional abuse is like a wound, like a stab to the soul. So imagine when that abuse has increased, which is happening in many families today, then you can understand how hurt that soul could have been. And if the heart of the woman is hurt, the flow of love, the light, peace, abundance, because she is the divine feminine, she is the mother to nurture. So, what happens is when that is shut, the flow in the family line gets shut. So, now if this is resonating to the situation in your family, or you have seen that in your own society, which is very prevalent, that one is always dominant, the other is always suffering in some way or the other, then what happens is you are continuously living in shadows, and you start to isolate yourself from society. You must be seeing people, when they are surrounded by such a dark force from the other soul, what happens is they kind of retrieve back. It's like, okay, we will continue because we have to continue in that life. There's no alternative. Then they kind of isolate themselves, they constrain themselves within the family boundaries. And therefore, what happens is that they cannot express their true self, their creativity, and they lose this connection to heart. And when they lose this connection, this distortion between their connection to intuition, to feel and find ways to improve and have a good life. Dreaming, therefore, just remains a dream which could never be achieved. And along with themselves, they teach their offsprings that it's not true. So you must have felt that you have dreams, and sometimes it's your own parents or family members that they're like, no, this is not true. You're always flying in the air. Come down, otherwise you're going to have a bad downfall and you are going to get shattered. The problem is they shut themselves, and this loop is continuing from generation after generation. It's nothing new, it's happening for centuries. That they shut themselves to the flow of divine love. Then that means they shut themselves to the dream. Dreams are the plans that your soul is trying to show, it's trying to play in your mind. And when you cut the connection, intuition is the GPS. So when love is cut, your intuition, you lose the connection with your GPS intuition, and then therefore dreams are just dreams and they cannot be a reality. So there is so much of distortion, so much of disconnection, and that means so much of rewiring that needs to done. That you are worthy. You're worthy of love. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of freedom, of liberation. You are worthy. I am worthy. You are worthy. We all are worthy because we are the heir to that divine God, Goddess, of that source. We are the children, so we are worthy. Now, if uh, if this pattern resonates with you, you feel that your dreams were cut short by your own family members, siblings, parents, friends, or peers, whatever that is, and you felt like like you yourself kind of feel that you are kind of maybe flying in that dream world, but somewhere your feelings are telling that is where you are supposed to be. Then let's do the cord cuttings today. All right. Now, very simple way to do is that when these buds of dreams were plugged right at the root, when we were child, they were plugged out of us. They were shown that this is not the reality. These buds were plugged right away. So there's a lot of closed energy, fear, and living in the illusion, and it kind of becomes hard to get out of that illusion. All right, so it is like cutting of the main connection, as I said, and now obviously it's hard to kind of know how to find that connection. Now therefore what we are going to do is today we are not going to firstly get discouraged. Secondly, we are going to believe in our divine energy and know that we are worthy of whatever that is that you want, whatever your dream is. And as we work to remove, to transmute, to heal this pattern, I call upon violet flame. Imagine there is a violet flame burning right in front of you, and you're surrounded by your spirit team, God, Goddess, archangels, and from the sky you see your ancestors. There's a portal opening and your ancestors are coming down. You know them, you don't know them. They had some problems with you, or there were some problems you had with them, whatever it is. But today, for peace, for love, for abundance, for themselves, for the bloodline, for you, for everybody, they are coming. This is like a peace negotiation conference with everybody, where everybody now wants to hold on to the energy of peace, of abundance, and to feel that flow of love, to go back to that space. And as you are watching them get into this meeting, this conference, or this healing ceremony, whatever you want to imagine it, just know that they are there with a good intention at their heart. And from above, you see a white dragon flowing towards you, blowing away the air, clearing the thoughts, setting the intention. And there is a flowing water body next to it, from where comes a blue dragon, helping you go deep into your emotions, bringing out what needs to be released today with this ceremony. And they are blowing. The blue one is blowing water on everybody, and the white one is blowing air, clearing the thoughts, and waters are clearing the negative emotions. And now, as I have invoked the flame, my spirit team, my ancestors are with me. We now bring this awareness and activate the switch that was long before shut, of dreams, of intuition, feeling love, sending wishes, and receiving gifts of miracle from universe. Love, abundance, success, peaceful existence is our birthright. We are now in sync with this new awareness. And as I release this and come into my true power, God is now opening the doors to love and amazing opportunities. As I have now opened the connection to the flow of life, force, energy. As I soak myself into this newfound amazing flow, all that needs healing in my ancestors' bloodline, all curses, black magic are now washed away. And for now and forever, I flow and navigate divine's love. Now, as this negative energy, you see dark energy being released from you, from your ancestors, we call upon Archangel Zadkiel to collect this energy and help us burn it in the violet flame. And as this negative energy gets burnt in the flames, I call upon Archangel Michael to cut the cords that still connect us to the dark side and stop us from flowing in love and light. I now call upon Archangel Raphael and Mother Mary, filling my vessel with green ray, green energy that brings happiness, joy, childlike curiosity, nourishment, calmness, relaxation, and pure love for the creation. I thank Mother Gaia for giving me a place on her, giving me food, air, water, and the knowingness that from her unknown, unsaid ways, she has always loved me, taken care of me and my family's needs, and supported us. Even when in pain, she never forgot her children. I now thank my ancestors, and as I send them with the feeling of love and gratitude in my heart back to the portal from where they came, I'm going to use this Ho'oponopono technique that the guides have encouraged me to use. These words are channeled by my spirit team. So every word I'm saying is in itself a meditation for your soul to absorb this vibration. So now we are going to do this Ho'oponopono technique as our ancestors are going back to their dimension. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I now release you to light, and I'm grateful for sharing your stories and my stories. I am grateful to my spirit team and violet flame for protecting, removing, and burning that is no longer serving to me. I am thankful that cause of them, I am now moving in my highest true authentic self, integrating back to the divine love and knowing I am one and in sync with the divine creation now. I now claim and seal this energy work across all the time and space and dimensions. I now thank Ascended Masters for helping me, for dragons to share their light and to help us heal too. With all the gratitude, I'm extremely thankful to the entire universe for letting me bring forth these words and to bring forth healing and transmute the energy in me. So be it.